Read in Psalms 2, chapter 2 in the King James Version. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. I will declare the decree. The Lord hath said unto me, Thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. Okay, so again, sermon upon sermon here. I love how it ends too. But listen to this and listen to how it reads to you, okay? So in verse 2 is where it starts. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. So even to this day, this can happen. And you may think about it even on a broad scale, which is very understandable, and it absolutely could be the case. But take a look at a little bit closer to home. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. Sometimes when I read this, I can read it as sometimes being successful in the Lord can cause all kinds of jealousy, particularly for people who are not just your peers, but are in a position that is higher, in a higher position. And I always say in the private sector, dog eat dog world, shark eat shark. People can get jealous. People can get intimidated because they see success. They don't quite understand where it's coming from, and they feel threatened that you are gunning for them. I have been told to my face, like, you are trying to take my position. It wasn't even a thought in my mind. At the time, I knew that I needed to be successful. And in order to do that, I needed to make sure I educated myself in the role of the position and do it successfully through any creative means that I could think of. And those creative means that came from the Lord helped me out. And I was like, thank you, thank the Lord. And then boom, this happens. How do you react? How do we react to something that all of a sudden out of nowhere, where it's not even something that has crossed your mind, now you're accused of doing something? And because of that, they're like, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. They feel an obligation now to themselves to defend their position in any way possible, including, think about it. How do you go about that? Do you just say, well, I didn't want their position, but I'm going to show them? Or do you seek the Lord in His guidance? Was there something missed? Because when we do good to others, it's like heaping coals on the heads. Before we go on, though, what kind of thoughts or feelings come to your mind when we read over this? How does it make you feel and what does it make you think?